In other developing news, Eastern Cape Police say arrests are imminent following revenge attacks that have claimed the lives of 3 people in Addo. A South African man was stabbed to death on Saturday, allegedly by foreign nationals. Locals then turned on foreigners in the area, leaving 3 dead and 10 others injured. Now, police say tensions remain high and they are monitoring the situation. Let's get to the latest with Newzroom Afrika's Sipha Kema. And are those tensions still incredibly high this afternoon at almost 1:10 Sipha?
Well, I could tell you that, Michelle, when we drove around the community of Valencia, and where it happened is that out on the streets, we haven't seen anything yet. But right now, at the center of all of this is the family of Juan September, 21-year-old Juan September, who was allegedly stabbed to death outside the local tavern. We're with his family and his father, who are still trying to deal with what has happened and accept what has happened, but very difficult for this family. Just to talk to Mr. September. Mr. September, thank you so much for talking to Newzroom Afrika. I think, sir, our condolences on your son's death, but also just to take us through how you found out when you received that call.
I didn't answer the call. I thought now it's just maybe a friend that just want to talk or want something. I didn't really answer the call. After 20 minutes, I received another call. I didn't answer again my phone. Half an hour. So then I had a knock at my door. Then his friends came and said Jan was been stabbed. I thought now it's not as I thought, and I hope now it's not a serious stabbing. He was accompanied by his bigger brother, and I've gathered hope now maybe the brother will attend to him because we've got first aid training. And after a while, I took my first aid bag, go to the scene. When I arrived there, the lady, she went through me how she heard my son in the street screaming for help. No response, and he fell into a yard, and it was just blood all over, just blood. The wall, it seems like when you try to stand up, it's blood, it's blood, it's blood. He was laying in the corner. The big brother was tending him, putting pressure on the wound. And the brother was also stabbed, and the brother's back was full of blood, but he didn't mind, he didn't notice. He tried to give attention to the little brother. And when I came there, I tried to trace the wound, but when I look inside, right through my kid flesh, how the object penetrated his body.
And Mr. September, has your oldest son told you the reason behind this? What happened?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
And I believe Juan was quite a well-known and well-loved person. Juan was loved and well-known in the community. Would you say this is the reason behind why the community then has been up in arms?
After the incident in the hospital, I came back home and I didn't tell my family yet. I drove them to the nearest doctor in Utrecht for assistance in case I broke the news to them. And then afterwards we go to the hospital again. And eventually we came there. I broke the news to them and we was devastated. Arriving at home, my family was so in a state, and I was like, I'm the father now, I need to man up. And the first thing that came to my mind, I need to get the people that is responsible for this. And I go and the community was very supportive, very. Now I must say there was, and the witnesses came forward, and they identified the suspect's house, and we go there, go to the charge office, and told them, we know where the suspects are. These guys will flee at any moment, so I need your assistance, guys. And that there was two cops that accompany me with the van and me in my vehicle, and we go to the suspect's house, and we loaded him into the van, and then we go to the second house where other suspect was, and then when we arrived there, then the police opened the screen at the back of the van and asked the witness if she knows these guys. But I immediately closed that window. I told the cop, no, you can't do that. This lady, you will put her life in danger. You can't let the suspect saw the witness. And then she told the police, no, she don't know the guy before, and she tell the whole story, how it went from start to beginning, how my son was stabbed, but the moment the police give her the exposure to the suspect, she denied.
Has none of them have been arrested yet?
After that, I told the police, okay, I do have a second witness, so please, I will make sure that the second witness will came to the charge office to lay his statements, and they promised me with the community, they will keep the suspect there, and they give me until 6 o'clock for my witness to come and bring the statement. It wasn't even 20 minutes. I get two witnesses. I go to the charge office. I came there eventually to find out there was no suspects.
They had released them.
They had released the suspects. And the lady that was on the desk there, I told her, no, man, we was with the suspect now in the van. Where's the suspect? No, there's no suspects here in the charge office. And then, I don't know when the community heard that the suspect was released, then all hell
That's when
loose.
all hell broke loose.
All hell broke loose.
Well, Mr. September, I remember you telling me as well that you and your family are still trying to make sense of it, are still trying to accept Juan's death as well, and it's hard to do so.
Sure. I'm actually now on my way to my wife to the doctor just for a checkup. She's not well. She's not well. And in fact the church members was here today, and it's not. And for her herself that's happening around here, she's not happy because it's not in Gian's nature to get revenge after his life. For him, like she was saying, he will just say now, why the people are so stressing? Just let loose and all things will work out at the end. But the communities too, they don't get the support from the police. From the police. Yeah. No.
Thank you, Mr. September, for speaking to us. Michelle, that's Mr. Gerard September, John's father, who was talking to us about what exactly happened after when he got that call. And if you remember earlier on, we did speak about the outburst coming from the community and why the community was protesting after they found out that the suspect had been released. After they were apprehended, and also now we've been also told that Juan's older brother was also stabbed, and we've just seen him as well in the house where he does have an injury on his back and on his arm, which shows what exactly happened. Now this family is still reeling, and they're also still trying to make sense of it in the midst of everything that's happening around them.